Have you ever wondered why, at certain moments, you feel an intense sense of purpose? Or why, despite all the noise and distractions in the world, some people seem to possess an undeniable force that makes everything they touch flourish? This energy, this life force, is not something you just happen upon. It is a gift, a profound, vibrant power within you. A power that, when awakened, holds the potential to change not just your life, but the world around you. Many of us go through life unaware of the energy we carry within us. We may seek it outside ourselves, in people, places, or possessions, but the truth is, everything you need, everything you have been searching for, is already embedded in you. It has always been there. It is your energy, and it is uniquely yours. Let me take you on a journey, a path that leads us to understanding the incredible power within us all. This energy, woven into the very fabric of who we are, offers us an invitation to step into our highest potential. The world, as we know it, is waiting for that energy to manifest and for you to bring it forth. You are not an accident. Your energy is not random. It is a calling, a responsibility, and a gift. By embracing it fully, you tap into your true purpose and connect with something far greater than you could ever imagine. This is where your journey begins. The question now is, will you answer the call? Understanding your unique energy. When I look back at the moments that shaped my life, I realized that I was constantly searching for something to give my life meaning, searching for ways to make a difference, searching for the right path. But it wasn't until I stopped searching outside of myself that I began to understand the true nature of my energy. You see, there is no one-size-fits-all purpose. Each one of us is born with a unique energy, a frequency that is distinctly ours. Think of it as your personal signature, one that cannot be replicated by anyone else. It's the core of who you are, and it's unlike anything anyone else possesses. Your energy is a combination of your experiences, your challenges, your triumphs, your dreams, and your beliefs. It's the sum total of everything that makes you you. But recognizing this energy isn't as simple as just saying, "I know who I am." It requires deep introspection, courage, and patience. We are constantly evolving, shifting, and growing, and our energy evolves with us. The first step in truly understanding your unique energy is to stop resisting it. We often fight against our true selves because of fear or because we feel like we don't fit into the boxes society sets for us. But when you embrace who you truly are, without apology or hesitation, you begin to tap into that extraordinary force. Imagine if, instead of running from your true energy, you embraced it with open arms. What would your life look like if you stopped denying the incredible power within you? I can tell you this, it would transform everything. The power of awareness, becoming aware of your energy. I was once caught in a whirlwind of distractions. I chased success, approval, and validation from the outside world, thinking that would fulfill me. But what I didn't realize at the time was that I was running on someone else's energy. I was feeding off the expectations of others, living by a script I didn't write, and as a result, I was drained and disconnected from myself. It wasn't until I took a step back, took a deep breath, and started listening to the whispers of my own soul that I truly began to understand the power of awareness. Becoming aware of your energy is not a passive act. It's an active, intentional process. It's about tuning into the subtle feelings, emotions, and thoughts that arise within you. It's about recognizing the moments when you feel alive and aligned with your purpose, and also recognizing when you feel drained and disconnected. Awareness is the key to understanding how your energy works. It's about understanding when to say yes and when to say no, about recognizing what feeds your spirit and what depletes it. It's about becoming your own guide and learning to trust the wisdom within you. I remember the first time I truly became aware of my energy. It was like a light bulb went off and everything around me seemed clearer. I was no longer acting on autopilot. I was fully present in my life, feeling my energy move through every decision I made. And suddenly, the world seemed more vibrant, more alive. By becoming aware of your energy, you begin to reclaim control over your life. You stop being a passenger and become the driver. You start to recognize when something doesn't align with your purpose, and you can adjust your course. Awareness is the compass that guides you back to your true self, to your inner power. And once you become aware of your energy, you start to realize just how much influence you have over the direction of your life. The world around you will begin to reflect the energy you put out, and that's when the magic happens. The spiritual nature of your energy. There's something powerful, something divine about the energy within you. It's more than just a force that makes you feel alive. It's a spiritual presence that connects you to the universe itself. For years, I saw my energy as something separate from everything else. I thought of it as mine, something that belonged solely to me. But over time, I began to understand that it's not just my energy, it's the energy of the universe moving through me. I am a vessel for something greater, something that connects all of us. This realization shifted everything for me. When you recognize that your energy is part of the greater whole, you begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. It's not just about you, your goals, or your dreams. It's about contributing to the universal flow and being a part of a larger, more magnificent design. Your energy is not isolated. It is intrinsically linked to the energy of the people around you, the earth beneath your feet, the stars in the sky. It's a universal current, and when you align yourself with it, you tap into an infinite source of power. Spiritual energy is not confined to any one belief system or doctrine. It transcends labels and traditions. It's the essence that connects all life. And when you allow yourself to align with this energy, you enter a state of flow where things begin to unfold effortlessly. You stop fighting against the current, and instead you move with it. You trust in the process, knowing that the universe is conspiring in your favor. This connection to something greater brings peace, purpose, and clarity. You become aware that you are not alone, that you are part of something grand and eternal. And when you live from this place of spiritual alignment, everything you do radiates power and intention. Embracing the hero's journey, stepping into your power. Every great story begins with a hero, and in every hero's journey, there's a moment of transformation. It's that pivotal moment when the hero steps into their true power, when they realize they are capable of achieving greatness. This moment, my friend, is not just reserved for ancient tales or myths. It's the moment that is waiting for you in your own life. I remember my own call to adventure. It wasn't dramatic or grand. It was a quiet whisper, a subtle pull, a feeling that there was more to life than what I had been settling for. The world around me was changing, and I felt a deep inner urging to step up, to move beyond my limitations, to embrace the energy that had been dormant within me. But like most heroes, I hesitated. I doubted my abilities. I feared the unknown. But I realized something vital. To truly step into my power, I had to be willing to take that first step into the unknown. The hero's journey is not without its challenges. It's not about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about facing your doubts, your insecurities, and your past, and still choosing to move forward. When you step into your power, you face adversity head-on. You confront your inner demons and rise above them. You understand that every challenge is a lesson, every setback a chance to grow stronger. And as you grow, you discover that the power you were seeking was never outside of you, it was within you all along. Your hero's journey begins the moment you decide to claim your energy. It's a journey of transformation, of self-discovery, and of embracing your highest potential. So take the leap. Step into the unknown. The world is waiting for you to awaken your power and make your mark. And just like the heroes of old, you will find that when you embrace your true energy, nothing is impossible. Unveiling hidden potential, the gifts you hold inside. When I was younger, I had this quiet feeling inside me, a sense that I was meant for something more than the routine life I was living. But at the time, I had no idea what that something more was. I had been taught to follow a certain path, to fit into molds that society created for people like me. Yet, deep down, I always felt a whisper, a gentle pull to something greater. It wasn't until I faced a period of hardship that I realized something profound about myself. Hidden within me were gifts I never knew I had. We all have these gifts, talents, strengths, insights that lie dormant, waiting to be discovered. And the truth is, most of us don't even realize how much power we hold until we take the time to dig deeper. Think of it as having a treasure chest buried deep inside your being, but you've never been given the key. I didn't discover my own hidden potential until I was forced to face my limitations and challenge everything I thought I knew about myself. It was in the darkest moments of my life, during a period of intense emotional and spiritual struggle, that I unearthed these hidden gifts. It wasn't that the gifts appeared out of nowhere. No, they had always been there. They were just waiting for the right moment to emerge. I remember one particular day, feeling exhausted and defeated, sitting by myself in my apartment. I had no answers, no plan, no clear path forward. But then a thought struck me. What if the very things I needed were already within me? What if I've been looking for answers outside of myself when I already had the tools inside me to move forward? That thought changed everything. It was like a veil was lifted, and I began to see the possibilities within me, the talents and strengths that had been lying dormant. I began to realize that I had been holding myself back, thinking I wasn't capable, not good enough, or that I lacked the necessary skills. But once I began to believe in myself, once I allowed myself to truly see my gifts, I felt an explosion of energy, creativity, and confidence. The hidden potential that had always been inside me began to surface, and with it came a sense of purpose and clarity. The same is true for you. I'm not talking about magical powers or supernatural abilities. I'm talking about the unique talents, passions, and perspectives that are only yours. You may not even know what these are yet, but trust me when I say they're there, waiting for you to recognize them. Maybe it's a natural ability to connect with people or a creative spark you've long since abandoned. Perhaps it's a deep empathy, an understanding of the human condition, or a skill you've never fully developed. Whatever it is, it's time to uncover these gifts. When you start to look within, you'll begin to notice them. They may start small like a seed, but over time, with nurturing and attention, they'll grow. You just need to be open to the idea that your potential is far greater than you realize. When you start to tap into this hidden well of power, you'll begin to see how capable you truly are. And as you use these gifts, you'll find that the world around you will begin to shift. People will notice your energy, your passion, and the way you carry yourself. But most importantly, you will notice the change within yourself. The key to unlocking your potential is to stop underestimating yourself. It's to stop looking at others and thinking they have something you don't. You are the only one who has your unique combination of experiences, talents, and energy. Embrace that. Recognize that what you have inside is more than enough. The moment you truly understand this is the moment you'll begin to live in alignment with your purpose. The importance of humility and responsibility. I can't count the number of times in my life when I've been humbled. There was a period where I felt invincible, as if nothing could stand in my way. I was riding high, confident in my abilities and certain that success was just around the corner. I was good at what I did, and I let that confidence fuel my every decision. But one day, something unexpected happened. I found myself facing a massive failure, something I hadn't anticipated, something that completely shifted my perspective. It was painful, excruciating, really. But in that moment, I realized a powerful lesson about humility. It was a humbling experience, one that I would never have chosen, but one that I desperately needed. It was in the depths of that failure that I learned the true value of humility. I had spent so much time believing that I could do it all on my own, that I was the one who held the key to my success. But the truth was, I was relying too much on my own strength and not enough on the support and guidance of others. Humility is about recognizing that you are not the center of the universe. It's about understanding that you have a unique place in the grand scheme of things, but that place is part of a larger whole. When you start to embrace humility, you stop focusing so much on your ego, your accomplishments, and your personal agenda. Instead, you begin to see the world through a more expansive lens. You recognize the importance of other people, their contributions, and their experiences. In fact, one of the most valuable aspects of humility is recognizing the responsibility that comes with your energy. It's not enough to just know that you have power, you must also recognize the responsibility that comes with it. Every action you take, every word you speak, every decision you make sends out waves of energy into the world. This energy can either uplift or diminish. It can inspire or discourage. And that's a powerful thing to realize. Responsibility doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It means understanding that your energy impacts others and that you have the power to create positive change in your life and in the lives of those around you. It means acting with integrity, staying true to your values, and using your talents to contribute to something greater than yourself. So, let go of the need to constantly prove yourself. Instead, focus on using your energy for good. Use it to uplift, to serve, and to create. When you act with humility and responsibility, you align your energy with your purpose, and that's when the true transformation begins. The ripple effect. Your energy in action. There's a saying that one small act of kindness can change the world. While that sounds nice, it's not always easy to see how true it is. But let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I met someone who seemed to have nothing extraordinary about them on the surface. They didn't have fame, they didn't have wealth, and they didn't hold any significant position of power. But there was something about them, something in the way they carried themselves, that drew me in. It was their energy. Every time I interacted with this person, I felt uplifted. They had this uncanny ability to make others feel seen and heard, no matter how small or insignificant they may have felt. One day, after a particularly tough encounter with a colleague, I found myself sitting in the same space as this person. Without any prompting, they looked at me and offered a few kind words of encouragement. It wasn't anything grand, but it was exactly what I needed. I left that conversation feeling lighter, more hopeful. Over time, I realized that their energy had a ripple effect. Their kindness, their positivity, and their presence spread to others. The way they treated me encouraged me to treat others better. That small act of kindness grew exponentially, creating a ripple that affected not just me, but everyone I came into contact with afterward. This is the power of the ripple effect. The energy you put out doesn't just stay with you. It spreads, it influences others in ways you may never fully comprehend, and that ripple effect can lead to massive transformation. Every action you take, every word you speak, every choice you make sends waves through the world. It's like dropping a stone into a still pond. The ripples go out, touching everything in their path. And that's what makes the energy we carry so powerful. It's not confined to one person or one moment. It multiplies, affecting people in ways you may never even realize. So, what kind of ripples are you creating? Are your actions coming from a place of love, kindness, and positivity? Or are they rooted in fear, anger, or negativity? It's your choice. The energy you put out is a reflection of the energy you want to receive. And when you align your energy with your highest purpose, you begin to create ripples that will touch not only your life, but the lives of everyone you encounter. The impact you make can be profound. You just have to start. The role of community and collective energy. In a world that often glorifies individual achievement, there's a powerful truth that many of us overlook. We are all interconnected. Our energy doesn't exist in isolation. It's part of a larger collective energy that is constantly shifting and evolving. And when we tap into this collective energy, incredible things can happen. I've experienced this firsthand through the communities I've been part of. There's something magical that happens when a group of people come together with a shared purpose. It's like a spark that ignites something bigger than any one individual. I remember being part of a project that started with just a handful of people, all passionate about a cause. At first, we thought our efforts were small and insignificant, but as we continued to work together, something extraordinary occurred. Our individual energies combined, creating a force far greater than what any of us could have accomplished alone. Ideas flowed freely, creativity blossomed, and most importantly, we supported each other in ways that we never could have imagined. The community became a breeding ground for growth, innovation, and transformation. That experience showed me the incredible power of collective energy. When we align our energies toward a common goal, we create a force that can change the world. Whether it's a small community or a large movement, the energy we create together can transcend anything we could accomplish on our own. It's not about competition, it's about collaboration. It's about recognizing that we each bring unique gifts to the table, and when we combine those gifts, we can create something truly extraordinary. So, ask yourself, how can you contribute to your community? How can you align your energy with others to create something greater? The power of collective energy is real, and it's waiting for you to tap into it. Whether it's through a local project, a global movement, or simply connecting with those around you, you have the ability to be a part of something much larger than yourself. And when you do, the impact will be immeasurable. The evolution of your energy, growth, and transformation. There was a time in my life when I believed that the energy I had was fixed, unchangeable, and finite. I thought that once you found your path and your purpose, everything would fall into place. But what I've come to realize is that energy isn't something static. It's a living, breathing force that grows, shifts, and evolves as we do. I didn't understand this at first. In fact, it took me hitting rock bottom to truly understand the fluid nature of energy. When I found myself in one of the most challenging periods of my life, overwhelmed with doubt, fear, and uncertainty, I couldn't see the way forward. Everything seemed stagnant. My energy felt drained, and I felt as if I had nothing left to give. But it was during this dark period that I experienced the most profound transformation. As I began to reflect on my experiences and take deliberate steps to heal, I noticed something extraordinary. My energy began to shift. It wasn't immediate, but over time, I started to feel a sense of vitality and strength return to me. I began to realize that my energy wasn't something I could simply exhaust or lose. It was something that could be renewed, nourished, and expanded. This was the moment when I began to truly understand the evolution of energy. Your energy is not limited. It is always expanding, growing, and evolving, just as you are. Every challenge you face, every lesson you learn, and every experience you have contributes to the transformation of your energy. The struggles you go through, the mistakes you make, and the victories you celebrate all shape the person you are becoming. The key is not to resist change, but to embrace it. The more you grow, the more your energy expands. Just as a plant grows stronger with each season, so too does your energy grow with every new chapter of your life. It takes time, it requires patience, and it demands that you be open to transformation. At the same time, your energy becomes a reflection of your internal state. If you are stagnant in your thoughts, your beliefs, and your mindset, your energy will mirror that stagnation. But when you push yourself to grow, to evolve, to embrace the unknown, your energy reflects that as well. It becomes dynamic, radiant, and powerful. So, where are you on this journey of energy evolution? Are you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt? Or are you ready to embrace the process of growth and transformation? The power to evolve your energy lies within you. All it takes is the willingness to embrace change, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to allow your energy to flow in alignment with your true self. The transformation you seek is not a distant dream. It is happening right now, in every choice you make, in every step you take. Your energy is evolving just as you are. The question is, are you ready to embrace it fully? Your energy as a creative force. It took me years to realize that my energy wasn't just something I carried within me for survival, it was a creative force. For much of my life, I used my energy just to get through the day. I went to work, I managed my responsibilities, and I dealt with challenges. But I never saw the true power of my energy until I started creating with it. Creating with your energy is different from simply going through the motions of life. It's about using your energy to bring something new into the world, to build, to shape, and to transform. For me, this realization came when I began writing. Writing became a vehicle through which I could channel all of my emotions, thoughts, and experiences. It wasn't just about putting words on paper. It was about pouring my energy into something that could connect with others, that could move people, that could inspire change. At first, it was just a hobby, an outlet for my creativity. But as I continued to pour my energy into my work, I began to notice something incredible. My energy was expanding. The more I created, the more energy I had. It was as if the act of creation itself fed my soul. I learned that creativity isn't just about art or music or writing. It's about using the energy within you to bring ideas, solutions, and innovations into the world. Creativity is about problem solving, expressing your unique perspective, and finding new ways to engage with life. When you tap into your energy as a creative force, you begin to see the world in a completely different light. Challenges become opportunities for innovation. Ordinary moments become sources of inspiration. And you start to realize that you are not just a passive observer of the world, you are an active creator, constantly shaping and influencing the reality around you. I've met countless people who have tapped into their creative energy in ways that completely transformed their lives. Some have used their creativity to build businesses, while others have used it to bring joy and healing to others. Creativity doesn't have to be grand or world-changing to be powerful. It can be found in the way you solve a problem, in the way you interact with others, and in the way you approach your daily life. When you recognize your energy as a creative force, you begin to live in alignment with your true potential. You stop limiting yourself and start seeing the endless possibilities that lie before you. The world is waiting for your unique creations. What will you bring into existence? Living your purpose, aligning energy with your higher calling. I remember the moment when everything shifted for me. I had spent years trying to find my purpose, thinking it was something I had to achieve, something I had to do. I searched for it in career success, in relationships, in external achievements. But it wasn't until I started looking inward that I realized my purpose wasn't something I had to find. It was something I already carried within me. Your purpose isn't a destination. It's a journey. It's a constant alignment of your energy with your higher calling. It's not about achieving something specific or reaching a set goal. It's about living in harmony with your true self, your deepest desires, and your highest values. For years, I fought against this truth. I believed that my purpose had to fit into a conventional mold. I was searching for it in the wrong places, expecting it to appear in ways I thought it should. But once I let go of these expectations and allowed myself to be fully present with who I was, the pieces began to fall into place. I realized that my purpose had always been with me, guiding me, even when I wasn't aware of it. It wasn't about what I did, but about who I was. When I started to align my energy with my higher calling, I felt a sense of peace and fulfillment that I had never known before. The external markers of success became less important, and the internal alignment became my true compass. I began to see that living your purpose is not about fitting into someone else's vision of success. It's about following your own path, listening to your intuition, and trusting that everything you need is already within you. The world needs you to live in alignment with your higher calling. You are not here by accident. Your unique energy has a purpose, and when you align with that purpose, you become unstoppable. Your life begins to flow in the direction it was always meant to go. Living your purpose is not always easy, but it is always rewarding. It's about embracing your true self, allowing your energy to align with your calling, and trusting that the universe will guide you every step of the way. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. So ask yourself, are you living in alignment with your higher calling? Are you following the path that lights you up, that fills you with purpose and passion? The world is waiting for you to step fully into your purpose, to align your energy with your higher calling, and to create a life that reflects your truest essence. Conclusion: the world is waiting for your energy. As I sit here and reflect on the journey I've taken, I realize something profound. The world is waiting for you. It's waiting for your unique energy, your light, your gifts, and your creativity to shine. For so long, I held back, thinking I wasn't ready, that I wasn't good enough, or that I had to wait for the perfect moment to make a difference. But here's the truth: there is no perfect moment. The world doesn't need you to wait. It needs you now. Your energy, your essence, is a gift to the world. It's not just for you to keep to yourself. It's meant to be shared, to be expressed, to be used to create positive change in the world. You have something unique to offer, something that no one else can replicate. And when you fully step into your energy, when you live authentically and purposefully, the impact you make will ripple out in ways you may never fully understand. The world is ready for you to embrace your full potential, to step into your power, and to live a life that aligns with your true self. It's not always going to be easy, and there will be obstacles along the way. But when you align your energy with your higher calling, you unlock a force that is unstoppable. It's a force that can change your life and the lives of those around you. So step forward with courage, with confidence, and with the understanding that your energy is a powerful gift. The world is waiting for you to shine. Don't wait any longer. The time is now.